a line of lost and find. Ended the game in overtime, drawing of a new design, drilling that one earth of mine. Looking to the outward, speaking mind about words absurd, blurred to the curb, walking along the verge.
Hey everybody, what is happening? Ish back with some more Madden 18 content, and as you see, we're at the Gauntlet Ception here. I figured give a little help out to anybody who's on the final Gauntlet, or this will even help if you're on the Falcons game before, at least to understand how to get the points in there fairly quick and easy. And so you want to come out, and we're going to have the Cleveland Browns offense. I think that's pretty standard. Anything that's got monster in it is what everybody should be running. That's just what they did to us out here for solos. And then on defense, do whatever you got to do on that one. The only trick to this is going to be the interceptions, and we'll get up to that. But to start the game off, you're always going to get the ball here, so I'm going to go out and I want to get the fumble recovery out of the way, because I don't even want to mess around if I don't get that done. Come out here, I'll run basically this first tier formation. Anyone off the line of scrimmage behind the line, so Calvin will work out here. You motion them in and snap the ball when they're going to pass. See right there, I didn't do that. But right when he's passing right there, you want to snap that. So, and every so often, guys, you will hit the button and it won't react. So just know that. That's about the only thing that's a little annoying. But otherwise, when he comes back around here, I want to snap it when he hits that guard. And normally you will recover this. And see, boom, right there, and he recovers it there. So if for some reason they recover it or it doesn't work, in that first series, just restart. Right then, restart. You haven't wasted much time. But that I just do the TE slide, play action tight end slide. Doesn't really matter. Like I say, it just matters if somebody's off the line because you want to be able to snap the ball when they're coming across. So that has got that. You're already in. Look at that, 30 seconds in, and we got that. So we're going to go to monster here, inside zone, bread and butter, and you're going to want to turn on the no huddle. And you can do this pretty much all the way down the field. Very rarely do you even fumble. We're going to get a good gain out here to start. And that's it. Just rinse, repeat, call it over and over. I can get 5, 6, 7 carries out of my running backs and still not fumble for whatever, in this mode. So you just pretty much abuse this. Try and break it if you can. Kick it out to the left. But what I'm thinking early on is I like to get my passing touchdowns out of the way if I can. If I break it and it goes all the way, I'll take it to the end zone. But if I'm getting stopped around the 5, 6, 5 yard line, 4, 5, 6 yard line, then I'm going to get that pass out of the way. So that's what I'm looking at early on when I'm running this and spamming it down. So as you see, I go down and I'm tackled, and I'm pretty much right here in that range. I don't mind. I'll bust a timeout right then just to stop the clock. And let me get this. Now, this play is going to be good all year. This will be single back wing tight here. The first formation, single back wing tight, and it's going to be the play action dive, the PA dive. You can run this. We're going to take this, and we ran a similar version. It's changed up the way it is a little bit. So I'm going to show you how it works here. The way the quarterback see they will blitz on this. If you take the tight end here, you move him over. Now the thing is, if you don't get fully blocked here, I wanted to test it out this year and see how it worked. We only block the running back, and they do get decent enough pressure that way. So that was just, I was seeing if it played the way it did last year. So basically, when you come down to the goal and they're going to run any of the blitzes, you're going to just have to do the block on the tight end and the block on the running back. But one of your tight end routes here, when you motion him over, will pretty much always be open. That slant, or if they run a zone, you're going to hit the high point on the Y. So you just watch the B on here. When you block your running back, you're blocking the A on the right-hand side, and you'll be able to hit that. You can even go a little bit further, but you'll be able to hit this throughout the year. 2-point conversions, very easy. I'll show the zone version of that here later in the game also. And we go there, and you see as I'm pulling, every time I click on, I pull away. Once you're on offense, we're letting them score to a point. What I do is I come out, guys, and I run. I'm not going to show all that because it lasts forever. But I basically go out and I try to run blitzes against them. Hopefully you get an interception at some point. Otherwise, you're going to have to hold out on that and wait for the Hail Marys to come for your interceptions. That's pretty much the only thing here that's like, everything else that needs a little bit of timing and luck and all that to work out. But everything else you should be established doing just this method. You want to get your points fast. You want to go back up, get your hurry up in, and go back down. Like I say, if you break it and it goes, a big one and it goes all the way, you know what? That's fine. Get the run out of the way. I didn't need to go down just to get the pass there. But you just keep those both in mind. And then again, as I click on, I always want to click on and pull away, click on, pull away, and let them score fast. If you have to, you can do the field goal block. But again, if they happen to make a mistake and throw an interception, just do it. But just make sure, just send a lot of pressure. You can try man. Man works pretty good as we get a kick return here, so that's going to help. But make sure you don't score if you break the kick return. I'm going to run out there about the 4. So we're going to go out again. We're going to go back to single back, Y tight, PA dive again, the play action dive. Same thing. What we're going to look and see if we can figure out if they're looking like they're in a blitzing formation. This looks like they're going to play zone. See, they're further off. So I don't need to block A. I'm always blocking the running back here. I'm going to put B again on a slant, but I'm going to go for the high point in the back. More than likely in a zone, you're going to do a high point to Y, and you'll get this a lot. That's going to be opening a lot. This is against the computer. You can pretty much count on a lot of things like that in certain situations, and goal line, they act very similar. So you'll be able to get that, I would say, about 7-8 times out of 10, you'll be able to hit that play. And there we go. These guys, hey man, these guys, good for them. They crank that up. He makes a good move, so that's good for us. We want them scoring fast. That works out very well, actually, for me. Otherwise, like I say, you can come out and field goal block and let them score touchdowns on Hail Marys or whatever you got to do. But we're going to get it here, and now I want to get my field goal. You either get 2 scores in a field goal or 3 scores in a field goal in the first half, and you're still on pace to do this, get this done. You want to go and get to the 33-yard line. You don't want to kick this further than you need to. So I'm going to go out, continue and run here. And what you want to do is you want to start falling down when you get to the spot that you need to, which means holding these triggers, L trigger here. I'm holding the L trigger and X on this one. Both triggers in right, you hold both these triggers in the X button, basically. L trigger, right trigger, X, and I just fall down. And I fall down to the 33 there. I run the clock out, and that's going to allow me to get a 50-yarder. It's going to be close. Like I say, even when you got these high, you've got to have a good kicker, but you've got to have a really good one. Don't even bother wasting your time in the solos on the cheaper guys. But that's just it. Just work on making sure you can fall down and go down where you want to. Then it's easier to place that. So basically, when you got to come out here, then at half, you see you've already got pretty much the goals here. We're looking at all I have to do is get another one of the rushing touchdowns, which is very easy. So don't really have to go and show that one again. And then it's just the interception. Like I say, guys, at the end of the halves. First half, if they're in the right spot, they can throw a bomb up. You can get it there, and you want to play, say, like a man cover 2. And unfortunately, guys, actually, I had to do this twice, so I didn't get the interception in the first game. I had to play it again. And that's going to happen. You won't always get the pick. It can be a little frustrating. The second game here, so I'm just showing this one here in the highlight of it. He threw a bomb, and that's all it is. I was going into halftime. I actually got 2 interceptions, but for some reason they wouldn't show the second. I don't know how I got an interception and I didn't get it. I was running cover 2, basically the cover 2 invert, stuff like that, cross manning and usering, off the line sort of stuff. So at that point, once you get that, you're going to either run the clock out if you get the interception early, or you're going to have to play to position to where they have the ball and need a touchdown under like 30 seconds. You don't want to give them the ball too early because that Brady can carve you up in this. That's for sure. So in this one, I have the lead, so I can just run this out. If you're running it out, just like I said, like I'm doing here, just keep falling down. Just keep falling down. But otherwise, you're going to have to get yourself in a more likely a cover 2 man, maybe even a cover 3. And when you put them into Hail Mary, positions, bring your guys back there. You're going to have to click on. You want to strafe up, hit that LT button to strafe up, and hold the Y button to get those interceptions down. If it's at least where the ball is kind of hanging, you have time to do that. So that's really going to be the toughest part about it. Using this method is really just getting that interception. So as soon as you get that, you're pretty much going to be in the clear here. And I can put out some more defensive stuff later if you're having issues with the defense stuff. But in this one, like I say, we're not worried. As long as you're going to score every time you have the ball, so as long as you keep the pace, you're going to be fine. And like I say, just run it out like that. All the goals done there. But yeah, like I said, this one even took me a couple times. So that will happen. Sometimes, that interception may not come that first round. So that's just something to keep in mind. Here it was the reward I got from it, at least. your Gauntlet trophy, get that one out of the way. Guys, it's hard for me to even keep up with everything. There was a lot of stuff at the beginning of the game. I don't even know what we're using those Gauntlet trophies for yet. But you let me know. Otherwise, here we're gonna go and you're gonna get a pack, another one of these. Select what we get. Hopefully somebody, because I'm still running fairly budget, on the squad. 84 good one, but it's Decker, who I really don't really need. Those receivers, they're too much. That's one of the spot. At least I have a few players at the moment. Another 84, but it's Forte. So of our higher end cards, they're bad players. There we go. And Jamie Collins, though, 85 overall, and that's a card I definitely can use in my system. I was kind of holding off to see if they were going to put out the the new player card for Anthony Barr or not. But we'll take Collins, though, for sure, as I think Misi, I don't know if that's who it is the only guy I have out there, like a 79 gold. So I see him against Ray. We do got Ray, and I've got Randy Moss as my, my GOAT. So, yeah, definitely going to be working, even if it's NAT. Thanks for checking this out, guys. Peace.